Hello! In this video I will show you to set up DaVinci Resolve to start working in HDR, where we will utilize a color managed workflow. So I have created a new project, and if we go into the project settings and take a look at the master settings, you can see that I have set up with a timeline resolution of 1920 by 1080 and a frame rate of 25 FPS. These settings are not directly related to an HDR specific workflow, and something you can set up depending on your project and if you like to monitor in, for example, HD or UHD. Now let's go into the color management. A color managed workflow is nice because it gives you a lot of control and flexibility, both in terms of getting footage from multiple sources into the same color space and transfer function, and also for managing multiple deliverables. When working in HDR, a color managed workflow allows you to send metadata over HDMI, if you're connected to an I/O device from Blackmagic Design that supports HDMI 2.0a or greater. In DaVinci Resolve, you have two options regarding the color science for a color managed workflow: DaVinci YRGB color managed or ACES. Personally, I don't work in ACES right now, so I'm going to choose the former. If you would like to know more about an HDR workflow in ACES, please let me know, as this might be something for me to look into in the future. The first setting we have is input color space, which, as it sounds, regards the color space and gamma of your source footage. I should mention that the word gamma here refers to any transfer function, not only gamma curves. Probably most common for high-end filmmaking, this would be a camera log curve, such as log C or log 3D10. It could also be footage recorded in RAW. In that case, Resolve automatically detects the source and debates it into the timeline color space. So for RAW files, this setting doesn't make a difference, and you can set it to bypass. If you have mixed sources, it is possible to set the input color space for each clip individually. Next, we have a timeline color space. Here there are two different approaches you can take. In the first approach, you can choose, for example, the log C option, or perhaps red wide gamut RGB log 3D10. This is known as working in scene referred or camera referred. Working in scene referred is a good choice, since it retains the maximum amount of information, both in regards to dynamic range and color gamut. Just make sure to use a camera log format with a big color gamut. Another option is to set the timeline color space to work directly in PQ. This is done by choosing Rec 2100 ST2084, meaning the Rec 2020 gamut and the PQ curve. Setting the timeline color space to the same as the output color space is known as working in display referred. I'm going to instead choose log C here and work in scene referred.